Hello, my friends. Assalamu alaikum. Today we will cover the third phase of grand scheme of God, that is, purpose of this universe's creation. The author of the book presented the following information to ChatGPT. He said, "Here is what Quran says about purpose of this universe's creation." The purpose of the creation of this cosmos or universe is to test and grade humans and jinns, that is, two spiritual beings or minds, so that they may earn honor, grace, and ranks according to the merit at the time of their return to the actual order of existence, that is, permanent world, which is non-matter. After the initial phase of physical reward and punishment, that is nuzul, we, the spiritual beings, shall be reverted to the actual order of existence, that is permanent word. The Holy Quran refers to that permanent word as the Great Throne. That is the abode of our permanent life. This present material cosmos or universe was created for a specific period within that actual order of existence or permanent word, and is continuously expanding within a small place in the latter, like a balloon. After the ordained specific period, it shall be totally annihilated. Now onwards, we shall be using two terms for our understanding. Number one, the temporary word. This signifies the seven heavens and earths, that is, this material, present, temporary, finite cosmos, universe, which God created for testing and grading humans and jinns, the two spiritual beings. Number two, the permanent word, which signifies the great throne of God, non-matter actual order of existence, which is the abode of our permanent life. That actual order of existence is ruled by a just, merciful, and a compassionate king. That king is our creator and our God. As far as the reality of permanent word is concerned, that is beyond our understanding and imagination. The dwellers of that permanent word are angels, that is, spiritual beings. Quran informs us that they have different ranks and positions, and they are assigned responsibilities according to their status. There is Angel Gabriel, who is entrusted with the responsibility of being the divine messenger to the prophets. There are others who record our deeds. These different responsibilities imply certain grading and status. All this perhaps imply that angels would have gone through some kind of test as well. Otherwise, they could not have had different ranks in the permanent word. For example, the Quran states about the archangel Gabriel that he possesses great power and very high status with the Lord of Throne, and that he is obeyed there. In order to become a member of that permanent word, one has to qualify for it first, and then attain positions according to the grades determined through the test in this worldly life. The Quran informs us that we, the spiritual beings, persons, were created in that permanent word. The Quran terms these spiritual beings as al-nafs. There, we were made to go through systematic training and acquired different values and concepts. The fundamental value is justice. This is the value that we acquired in that permanent word. It has various manifestations, such as truthfulness, honesty, trustworthiness, and merit and commitment. Justice is a moral concept. We all acquired aesthetical and mathematical concepts during that form of existence. But we should always keep in mind that our test in this life is confined to the moral sphere and is not extended to the other concepts. After completion of this process, God presented His entire scheme before us. We, the spiritual beings, took an oath with God in that permanent word. This covenant is mentioned in verse 172 of chapter 7 of Quran as Ade Alast. The oath obliged us to always remember that He is our Lord. It also obliged us that we would do justice wherever we are sent for test. After this oath-taking ceremony, we all were put to slumber, a sleep-like state which Quran calls the first death of the spiritual beings. During this sleep, we were made to forget the details about the permanent word. However, nobody can deny that they do have the concept of justice with them. Truthfulness, honesty, trustworthiness, commitment, and merit are the manifestations of this basic concept of justice. Then God created this tiny temporary word, ex nihilo, through energy of His word kun, for the purpose of grading us, so that on reverting to the permanent word, we could be given positions and ranks according to merit, and nobody could object over being assigned a higher or lower rank. In fact, our creation finds meanings in a very grand scenario in that permanent word. The lens of this tiny temporary word cannot explain the purpose of God for creating humans and this universe. Now, let's focus on the relevant verses of the Holy Quran. The first verse is from chapter 23, verse 86. Say, who is the Lord of the seven heavens and the Lord of great throne? The next verse is from chapter 23, verses 115 and 116. Did you think that we had created you in play without any purpose, and that you would not be brought back to us? So exalted is God, the true King, the Lord of the supreme throne. The next verse is from chapter 11, verse 7. He is the one who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days, while His throne was on water, so that He might test you as to who among you is better in deed. And if you say, you shall be raised after death, the disbelievers will surely say, this is nothing but total magic. The next verse is from chapter 21, verses 16 and 17. We did not create the heavens and the earth and what lies between them for play. Had we intended to have a pastime, surely we would have chosen it in our presence, if we were ever going to do that. The next verse is from chapter 51, verse 47. With power did we construct the heaven. Verily, we are able to extend the vastness of space thereof. The next verse is from chapter 46, verses 2 and 3. The revelation of the book, that is this Quran, is from God, the Almighty, the All-Wise. We created not the heavens and the earth and all that is between them, except with true purpose and for a specified term. But those who disbelieve turn away from that whereof they are warned. The next verse is from chapter 45, verses 21 and 22. Do those who have committed evils assume that we will make them like those who believe and do righteous deeds, so as their life and death becomes equal? Worst is the judgment that they make. God has created the heavens and the earth with just purpose, and so that everybody is recompensed for what he or she earned, and they will not be wronged. The next verse is from chapter 7, verses 172 and 173. And remember, when your Lord brought forth from the children of Adam, from their reigns, their seed, and made them testify of themselves, saying, Am I not your Lord? They said, Yea, verily, we testify. That was, lest you should say at the day of resurrection, Lo, of this we were unaware, or lest you should say, It is only that our fathers ascribed partners to God, and we were their descendants after them. Will you destroy us on account of that which those who follow falsehood did? The next verse is from chapter 32, verses 10 to 12. And they said, Is it that when we disappear in the earth, is it that we really come into a new creation? Rather, they are ones who deny the meeting with their Lord. Say, the angel of death who has been assigned for you will take yourself, that is soul, in full. Then you will be brought back to your Lord, and you will wonder if you see the sinners hanging their heads before their Lord and saying, Our Lord, we have now seen and heard, so send us back, and we will do righteous deeds. Surely, now we are believers. The next verse is from chapter 16, verses 28 to 29. The ones to whom the angels brought death while they were still wronging themselves, then they will resort to submission, yet will say, We used to do nothing wrong. They will be answered, Why not? God knows well what you used to do. Hence, enter the gates of Jahannam to live in it forever. So evil is the abode of the arrogant. Next verse is from chapter 16, verse 32. Those whom the angels cause to die while they are pure, they say, Peace be upon you. Enter the garden because of what you used to do. The next verse is from chapter 39, verses 41 to 42. We have sent down to you the book for the people with truth. So whoever follows the guidance, it is for his own good. And whoever goes astray, he will go astray only to his own detriment. And you are not responsible for them. Allah fully takes away the souls of the people at the time of their death, and of those who do not die in their sleep. Then he withholds those on whom he had decreed death, and sends others back up to an appointed term. Surely in this there are signs for a people who ponder. We will continue this in the next segment. Thank you.